To the class of 2020, my warmest congratulations. You've entered the ranks of Cavalier graduates who've dedicated themselves to the achievement of a high school diploma, ensuring your pathway to 3E readiness, employment, enlistment, or enrollment. Each of you with pen in hand is writing your own story as you embrace life and begin to make significant contributions to your current and future community. It is my sincere hope that each of you will find your passion and continue the pursuit of your best self. This is your time, this is your achievement, this is your story. Thank you for allowing Caroline County Public Schools to be part of your journey. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. This is Dr. Rollins Fells representing all of Caroline County School Board with a special message to let you know that we are super proud of you. You are resilient, you are strong, you are survivors. And guess what? The world is your oyster. So with that, I say congratulations and onward. Go and do all of the wonderful things that your heart desires to pursue. We wish you well in all of your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Greetings from the Caroline County Board of Supervisors. I'm Jeff Seeley, chairman this year. I've attended Caroline High School graduations for the last 20 years, but never a virtual one, but it's no less special. I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you on persevering a difficult and challenging year. Congratulations from the Caroline County Board of Supervisors.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Seeley, members of the Board of Supervisors, Dr. Rollins Fells, members of the school board, Dr. Calveric, central office staff, family, friends, and members of the class of 2020. I'm honored to welcome you all to this year's unique graduation ceremony. Graduation is an exciting time in every student's life. From the day we started school, we were always told that one day we'd walk across the stage in front of all of our friends, family, and fellow classmates. For the class of 2020, this year is different. As we all have had to adjust our lives during the last leg of our senior year, the thought of not being able to have an official last day of school or even say goodbye to our friends and teachers in a traditional way seems unbelievable. It is certainly not what we expected and planned for, but there is also nothing that we can change. As much as we wanted things to turn out differently, they did not. What we are left with is how we choose to react to these difficult times. Instead of being overcome by all the things that we are missing, we need to find the positive messages that we have learned from this experience. We have had the privilege of learning new ways to receive our education, as well as become closer to our families and even learn more about ourselves. This has been a gift in itself. Our eyes have been opened to a different view of the world, and this will leave an impact on each of us. On behalf of the class, I welcome all guests to stand with us in socially distanced ways as we walk across this stage, leaving high school and all its memories behind. This class has faced major challenges and endured unexpected disappointments, but how we move forward is the true measure of our character. The tests of this past year have allowed growth, brought us perspective, and clarified for each of us the kinds of adults we will be. Class of 2020, you each deserve this moment. As we prepare for the next chapter of our lives, we can take comfort with this Bible verse in Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Each of us should carry this Bible verse and cherish it, as it encourages us to learn more about ourselves and transform into better versions of ourselves. You all have faced different challenges throughout your high school career, but there is no doubt that you've come out stronger and discovered the true value of yourself. As we all leave this chapter behind, let's not forget where we came from. Class of 2020, I wish you all a lifetime of beautiful blessings and amazing adventures. Thank you.
Good evening. These last few months have turned our lives upside down, but we cannot let that hinder us from our goals. We have accomplished so much as a class, creating traditions on the athletic field, in the classroom, and among the student body as leaders. The fact we did not finish all that we set out to do does not diminish our accomplishments. The goals we have set for ourselves are still relevant and attainable. But how do we get to those pinnacles? It comes to no surprise that we will have to work to make the vision of our lives into reality. The lessons learned in school and what we have discovered about ourselves during these last few months of non-traditional education will help, but the task ahead may not be easy, and success is not guaranteed. The unpredictable, like a once-in-a-century pandemic, may create obstacles, but this class has already displayed the type of determination that brings positive results. We need to provide our own light and our own motivation during these dark and trying times. We cannot give up or give in to despair. Author Kristen Rogers stated the following: I've died 1,000 deaths, each time reinventing myself brighter, stronger, and purer than before. From the midst of destruction, I became the creator of myself. From the midst of darkness, I became my own source of light. Class of 2020, you are the creator of your own story. Establish each evolving version of yourself, grow and fulfill your visions, and continue to be the light for yourself and others.
Hello, class of 2020. This is the moment we have all been waiting for since we were children. Although things are different from what we have been imagining, it does not take away from our accomplishments. We have still beaten the odds, and our class will have a story to tell. I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. This was not a mistake. This happened specifically to our class because no other class will handle it as graciously as ours. We can still begin the next chapters of our lives. The things going on today are not going to stop us in the future. We have to continue to keep our heads in the game and focus on our individual goals. This was a setback, but overcoming the situation and being able to finish classes and graduate proves what we are made of. More importantly, the same skills that brought us here, determination, hard work, and positive attitudes can also help us better the world. We can make a difference. Today, we celebrate the fact that we are done with high school. Without Caroline, most of us would not be the amazing young men and women standing here today. When teachers were pushing us to get our work done, they were doing it so we could be here now, graduating. So we could start our careers, further our education, or serve our country. Collectively, we are a focus group, and that will take us far. Together, we have created countless memories in the halls and classrooms of Caroline High School. I remember freshman year being lost, not knowing how to find my way around. As the years went on, I was helping the new freshmen that were lost. One of my greatest memories from high school was playing powder puff football with my girls every year and winning the championship game as a senior. Some others would be working at the nursing home every other day with my classmates and cheering at the homecoming football game. We won. These are memories that will stick with me forever, and I'm sure each of you have similar experiences. We are a class that will never be forgotten. Not just because we missed so much of what makes senior year memorable, but because we also proved we can overcome difficulty, adjust to the changing world, and create the best version of ourselves. I will leave you with this thought. Remember where you came from. Build each other up if you see one another struggling with the future chapters of your lives, and keep moving forward. I have the pleasure of saying I am a part of the Caroline High School class of 2020. Many of us have been together since middle school. Others joined us along the way, but we will all share the legacy. In the words of Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. We didn't know what we were going to get, but we will make the best of it. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thursday, March 12th was supposed to be like any other day. It was a bit chilly in the morning, and it was an A day, so I had Miss Tillapaw. I think I probably had a salad for lunch. I wasn't feeling the best that day. I think grades had me a little under pressure. I was eager to get away from everyone for a weekend. Friday was a day off for us, if you remember. And I wanted to get away from everyone for a weekend, teachers, peers, worksheets, theater. I was very done. And then they tell us, don't come back for 2 weeks. Biggest celebration of my life. I was ignoring the news. The catastrophe that was happening just outside my field of vision meant nothing. I had 2 weeks to slack off and listen to as much Jimi Hendrix as I wanted to binge as much The Walking Dead that I could stomach. I had an extra 2 weeks to memorize lines for my script. We had written a script, we in theater. It started and ended with a movement piece, and the characters were all ours, and the play would have been an hour long. It was really going to be something. And then they tell us we're not coming back, that none of us will really be in the same room again. And I miss everyone something terrible. When I was in 5th grade, I moved here to Virginia from Florida, and I thought it was the worst thing that could happen to a child. Moving right at the peak, the summit of human awkwardness that is grades 6 through 8. But the day I got here, it was snowing. It was beautiful. Snow is not a thing that happens in Florida. It's like a different planet over there. And assuredly, I thought I'd seen an alien that snow. I didn't even have a proper jacket, and I just fell down into it. I let it hold me, and I told myself everything would be okay. I made my way somehow to 7th grade. I felt estranged and different. Sometimes I felt lonely. Sometimes I felt angry. Sometimes I felt like the world wasn't fair and that school didn't care about me. But one day, I looked around the lunch table of the best friends I had amassed, and they were beautiful, and they cared for me, and I loved them for it. As I do now, looking at those same friends that I have today, I told myself everything would be okay. As I began to get to know myself more, and I realized there was more to me than what I was telling myself, I found my feet atop the stage in my junior year of high school. And there I had met a lovely bunch of theater kids. As they became the best friends I know them as today, we encouraged each other to do our best, to tell our story with the medium we chose to be a part of. I felt completely and totally accepted for who I was. I stepped out of my shell and saw the world clearer. I saw that it could be loving, nurturing, and wise. And so I told myself everything would be okay. And it was. This school has given me so much. It's given me family. It's given me meals. It's given me amazing teachers that saw me. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It made me better myself. It's been a place for me to grow, to shed my skin, to show myself in front of others. It's held my writing. It's held my passion. It's held my hand. It's shown me how to hold the hands of others when they need it most. While I'm saddened that I will not be able to share this moment with my entire class, while I'm angry at the fact that I won't be able to attend my first prom this year, while I'm yelling in tears into my mirror at the fact that I will not be able to be a part of Miss Tillapaw's class anymore, or act as an angry Italian restaurant owner in my play, or be able to give everyone a hug for just simply being here in my life, I tell myself now what I implore you to tell yourself now during these strange, alien, unforgiving times. And that is, everything will be okay. Surround yourself with people that love you, keeping a 6-foot distance, of course, and never deny the love in your heart for others. That's what Caroline High School taught me above all else. Peace, love, and empathy, and I'll see you around.
As a member of the class of 2020, I've come to realize that we're a special group of individuals. The challenges we face, being born during the aftermath of 9/11, experiencing a war, enduring recession, and surviving a pandemic means we are fighters. We can look past the obstacles and see the end goals. After all, the numbers 2020 represent visual sharpness, completion, and perfection. But we also have something else. We are motivated to take action. Our visual acuity has allowed us to endure some of the best of times and some of the worst. We've maintained a clear vision to this point, surviving 13 years of education and working hard to accomplish this momentous event. And your vision will be the very thing to propel you into the future as you fulfill your goals and become the person you choose to be. As we have dreamed our dreams and set our goals, we sometimes find ourselves searching for perfection. Perfection is a lofty goal that is not always obtainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence along the way. The potential for excellence lies within each of us, but our hard work and determination have helped us reach this point. Graduating from high school is a fulfilling of one set of dreams. We celebrate the completion of our high school careers and start to transition into the next phase of our lives. It is exciting and a bit scary because of the unknown, and if the past few months are any indication, it will not be easy. We will continue to encounter new obstacles, but along with these come new adventures, countless opportunities. We must continue to embrace all that is to come and understand that the excellence that lies within gives us the power to defeat the negative forces. So, as we embark on this world, we must take the strength and our fighting spirit inherently within each of us and use the perfection we strive for to live out our vision. As Lewis Howes said, vision without action is a dream, action without vision is a nightmare. When you have a vision strong enough and powerful enough, nothing can stand in your way. Our future successes are based on our ever-evolving visions and our determination to work for our dream. I salute you, class of 2020. Thank you for riding with me these 13 years.
Hello there. So, as I begin my address, I want everyone listening to do something for me. I want you to clear all preconceived notions. Clear everything and anything you know about me. Now, I'd like you to do the same about yourself. Just for a minute, I don't want any of you to think about being smart, or funny, or nice, or the opposites of any of those. I just want you to think about yourself in this brief minute without thinking about your personality traits. And I want you to consider one simple thing. What makes you happy? What is it that makes you feel like yourself? What gratifies you, fills you up with satisfaction or joy or contentment or happiness? What makes you smile or grin or laugh or maybe even just exhale loudly? Think about that. Then think about this. Does everyone find happiness from the same thing? Most probably, your answer is no. Happiness doesn't have a set definition. You can't Google happiness and find the perfect thing for everyone. Happiness is relative, meaning that for each and every person on this planet, the things that make the individual happy are sometimes drastically different. So then, I must ask you again, what makes you happy? We were never given a secret code to be happy. No one is always happy. There will be times when the clouds are dark and the windows are foggy, times when your stomach is craving something that is just out of reach, when the remote is stuck in the couch, or when our beloved uncle has passed away. That's how life is. But, as the poet Langston Hughes once said, humor is laughing at what you haven't got when you ought to have it. It is the recognition of the human state and keeping perspective. So, what don't we have? That's a question each and every one of you has to answer. For me, myself, it is often happiness itself. It's very elusive. For me, I have to laugh at what I lack. Obviously, when I'm happy, I laugh. When I'm happy. But sometimes when I'm sad, I laugh. Or when I cry, I laugh. More predictably, when I'm with my closest friends, while they're playing video games or talking over a crackling fire, I laugh. For me, happiness is found in friendship, being able to confide in those closest to me, being able to talk together, laugh together, play together. For my friends, all of whom I love, I can only say poggers. Sorry, I needed to laugh. I urge each and every one of you listening to consider my single remaining question for you. What makes you happy? I want you to know deep in your heart what your answer is. I want you to move forward, live your life as you want it to be lived, and be proud to continue finding happiness. I want you to smile and laugh. I want you to be happy. Because at the end of the day, life isn't a video game, and there is no one set path to walk down to win. For life, you have to make that path for yourself, a path that only you know how to make, and a path that you should always be proud of. Proud to be the only one walking down. Thank you.
Hello, Cavalier Nation. In June of 2019, I was leaving the Siegel Center, where I was at Richmond, Virginia, for the Atlee High School graduation. I served there as an assistant principal for the year. As I walked out, going to the street to my car, I run right into Savon Pleasance. He's there with a few other Caroline students. They're there for the Patrick Henry graduation. Right away I was able to shake hands and hug these students, and we talked about how excited we are for the upcoming school year. It was right then and there that I knew how lucky I was to be the new principal of Caroline High School. Why do I consider myself lucky? It's for two reasons. One, it's the makeup of the students here at Caroline High School. And the second was for this senior class, the class of 2020. I guess I would say that I'm lucky to work with this amazing group of seniors. Not that they are lucky, of course. Obviously, they are not. And I am not referring to the COVID-19 situation at all. I'm actually talking about luck itself. Luck is defined as the success or failure apparently brought on by chance and not through one's own actions. And this is from several reputable websites that I found. So collaborating with Miss Sadler, Miss Booth, and Miss Celerino to plan a fantastic homecoming week, topped off by an enthusiastic pep rally, victorious football game over Cortland High School, and a wonderful dance is not luck. It is having a plan and following it through. Luck is not what led Blake Blackwell talking about his MC Dean apprenticeship training and Tyvon Tillman sharing his college prep experience with the superintendent of the state, James Lane. Again, that was not luck. That's initiative. The seniors planned activities like Senior Sunrise by setting goals, assigning jobs, and working with Miss Douglas to make sure it gets done right. They did not walk into this event by accident. This senior class worked with Herc Jones to design and improve the first ever custom gown for graduation that you're all seeing on yourselves now. This graduation gown was one of many things that this group did. They worked in leadership groups to design the Cavalier Nation mural that's outside our main hallway. Not to mention how senior Lindsay Gorham brought walls to life with her Van Gogh and Edgar Allan Poe murals in the art and English hallways. Again, this was not luck by its definition. I do not consider it lucky when members of our senior class dedicate and decorate a high school hallway to recognize and support breast cancer awareness, or when a group of students, led by Gabby Thibodeau and others, plan a theme for a football game to bring awareness to childhood cancer. It does not take luck to serve as one of the first mentors in a relationship with Bowling Green Elementary School. This instead takes compassion, drive, and the willingness to help others. Nor was it lucky to earn over $8 million in scholarships, or 14 job offers from MC Dean, or 17 students completing the nurse aid program, and to place even more of a handful of students at colleges for athletics, arts, or even music. None of this was luck by its definition. I was once told that luck does not exist, but good luck happens when hard work and preparation meet opportunity. To the class of 2020, you were not lucky as a collective group. As a collective group, you are the definition of hardworking and prepared. You are ready to make the most of your opportunities. You are a group of students who will be remembered for setting a high bar through all else who follow. Over the past 4 years, you improved the quality of student leadership, academic achievement, and extracurriculars for Caroline High School. Your senior class has been active in leading the student body by selecting spirit days, designing murals, and making sure your voices were heard about the ways to improve academics in our building. Seniors Savannah Ward and Caitlin Scarlett served on the music director interview panel that selected, again, Miss Mott, our new music director for the high school. Students leaders from this class served roles in principal advisory groups, the first ever Cavalier vlog, dress code committees, and even on the instructional leadership team. Let's not forget that it was your senior class that brought back the Powder Puff Championship for the seniors. I heard you had a great coach. Each member of this class brought something to the table to make CHS a great place to work and a great place to learn. I'm 100% confident that as a collective group, you all have the academic aptitude and the soft skills necessary to succeed on a college campus, in the military, or at the workplace. You will find success in life as you move on from Rogers Clark Boulevard, not because you're lucky, but because you know no other way. And I cannot tell you how proud I am to serve as your principal. Thank you.
Good evening, Cavalier Class of 2020. The time has come for us to say goodbye. Today, we are saying goodbye not only to each other, but to everything that has become so familiar and comfortable to us all. We are saying goodbye to the front door good morning welcome from administrators and staff. We are saying goodbye to the crowded halls between classes, underclassmen who still can't seem to find their way around the building, lunches that seem to last 5 minutes, announcements that nobody can hear well enough to understand, and sneaking past Mr. Coleman to avoid getting another tardy. We are saying goodbye to the pep rallies, games, competitions, and field trips. Most of all, we are saying goodbye to the familiar faces of CHS that have welcomed, taught, guided, loved, and helped mold us towards becoming a part of this ceremony, the graduation of the class of 2020. Every person in the Caroline County Public Schools family has had a part in making this day possible for all of us. From the newest teacher all the way to Superintendent Calveric, the class of 2020 is grateful for your dedication to Caroline County and to us. None of us knew when we left CHS on Thursday, March 12th, that we would never return. Sadly, there will be no more memories made in the hallways, classroom, and athletic venues. Because of this strange time of social distancing and staying at home, we won't experience the last day of our senior year or a traditional in-person graduation ceremony. We did, however, develop some incredible relationships and memories that will be with us forever. Most of us have spent our entire academic lives together. We all know each other, we know who plays what sport, who drives which car, who hangs out with whom, and we noticed when any of these things changed. As a class, we followed some expected traditions, like homecoming and Powder Puff football, which the seniors dominated. But we also set some new ones. Senior Sunrise in October started us off bright and early, and showed everyone that the class of 2020 was setting a new standard. The plans that we had for spring never happened, but we have set the bar high for the classes that follow. The CHS class of 2020 is a great example of what One Caroline is. Even though there were some rough moments along the way, we have always moved forward and were willing to help each other out when needed. This class really is one big family. Now, this stage is ending, and we have the rest of our lives in front of us. Some of us will be attending college, some will be joining the military, and some will be heading out into the workforce. Wherever we go, the memories of our great times at CHS will go with us. Even though the last chapter of this story didn't end the way we thought it would, it was still a great one. As we part, I hope that all of us move forward in a positive direction, using what we have learned to better ourselves and the world. Above all, I hope that we have patience, understanding, love for each other, and that we treat everyone with kindness. Congratulations and farewell, class of 2020.
Class of 2020, now the part you've been waiting for. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Caroline County, I declare you graduates of Caroline High School.